Hi everyone. In this class, we will discuss about Ackermann steering mechanism and Devi's steering mechanism. In yesterday's class, we are discussed in what are the different types of steering mechanisms. So those steering mechanisms, it is Ackermann steering mechanism and Devi's steering mechanism. In that class, we will see about the what is center point steering and what is the construction of that center point steering and how we place the center point steering in automobile vehicles, and also what is the steering mechanism and what is the main purpose of the steering mechanism used in automobile vehicles, and what are the different types of steering mechanisms. These topics we will discuss in yesterday's class. Today we will discuss about Ackermann steering mechanism and Davis steering mechanism. So in this class we will see Ackermann steering mechanism and construction of Davis steering mechanism, and how we construct these two mechanisms, and also uh, what is the expression behind this Ackermann steering mechanism and Davis steering mechanism. First, you can see what are the steering mechanisms and what is steering mechanism. We have already seen that for perfect steering, we must always have an instantaneous center about which all the wheels must rotate. In this, yesterday we already discussed in that center point steering mechanism. In that center point steering, it is based on so many automobile vehicles. Main purpose of this center point steering should be used to place any type of steering mechanisms used by these uh, different mechanisms based upon this center point steering. So in that center point steering is used to place a steering system in automobile vehicles. So a perfect steering mechanism is the center point steering mechanism. So in that perfect steering, we can get the rotation of four wheels or any number of wheels of the automobile vehicle. For this purpose, inner wheel has to turn more the outer wheel. So in that center point steering mechanism, the inner wheel has to turn more than the outer wheel. To achieve this condition, two types of mechanisms have been devised. For this purpose, inner wheel has to turn more angle compared to the outer wheel of the automobile vehicles. And to achieve this condition, there are two types of mechanisms placed in the automobile vehicles. It have been devised. There are two types of steering mechanisms. One is Ackermann steering mechanism and Davis steering mechanism. So what is Ackermann steering mechanism and what is the construction of this Ackermann steering mechanism and what is the expression of this Ackermann steering mechanism we will see in this class, and also Davis steering mechanism. So in this Davis steering mechanism, what is the main purpose of this Davis steering mechanism used in automobile vehicles? What is the construction and expression of this Davis steering mechanism? We can see. Out of these, Ackermann mechanism is almost universally used because of its simplicity. Out of these Ackermann mechanism, so many number of automobile vehicles, we can use this Ackermann steering type of mechanism because of it is very a simplicity of mechanism placed in the automobile vehicles. That's why mostly we are using Ackermann steering mechanism. You can see what is the Ackermann steering and what is the conditions of this Ackermann steering. You can see the diagram. So what is the Ackermann steering? It is the Ackermann steering gear has the sliding pairs and it fulfills the fundamental equation of correct gearing at the middle point and at the two extreme positions. Two extreme positions of the wheels of automobile vehicles. You can see the diagram. You can see that diagram. So the steering should be placed in the middle of the uh, cent center of the wheels. Okay, so it is the center point axis of these front wheels. It is the center point axis wheels of the front wheels. So in this center point, I will fix this steering. This center point, I will fix this steering. Okay, so you can observe what is the distance between these wheels. Distance between these wheels. So whenever the turning is occurred, suppose the wheels are moving right, the vehicle should turns right side of the road. So the vehicle turn right side, that is moving right. So the how could the wheels are moving? What is the angle gets on this uh, right side turning? You can see the stub axle. The stub axle moves and it makes the angle phi, and uh, the outer wheel should gets the theta. Outer wheel gets should gets theta. Okay, so when we calculate the total amount of angle, that is alpha plus theta. Alpha plus theta, you can see it is the alpha plus theta. And next one in stub axle, that is front wheel, you can see the alpha minus theta. We can calculate alpha minus theta and alpha plus theta of this Ackermann steering mechanism. You can see what are the terms involved in this steering system. It consists of a cross-link CD connected to the short axles AL and BM of two front wheels. It consists of cross-link CD. Cross-link CD. The cross-link CD is connected to the cross-link CD is connected to the short axles AL and BM of the two front wheels. AL and BM. AL and BM of the front wheels. Of the front wheels. Okay. And next one, through the short arms AC and BD forming bell crank lowers LAC and MBD respectively. Through the short arms AC and BD. You can see AC and BD. It is AC and it is BD. Okay. The AC and BD forming bell crank lowers, that is LAC and MBD. LAC and MBD. It is LAC and MBD respectively. That is the short arms of bell cranks. When the wheel is running straight, the crosslink CD is parallel to AB. The crosslink CD is parallel to AB. The crosslink CD is parallel to AB when the wheels are moving in the straight. Wheels are moving straight. Okay, so the vehicle is moving straight direction. The crosslink CD and the link AB are in parallel position. And next one, the short arms AC and BD both make angle alpha to the horizontal axis of the chassis. AC and BD. AC and BD makes an angle alpha to the horizontal axis of the chassis. So when the vehicle moves uh, straight on the road, when the vehicle is moving straight, so the straight and occur, the crosslink CD and the link AB are in parallel position. So in that position it makes an angle alpha. It makes an angle alpha. Okay, so that is the horizontal axis of the chassis. In order to satisfy the fundamental equation for correct steering, in order to we can satisfy the fundamental equation of the correct steering position, correct steering maintenance of this Ackermann steering mechanism. So the links AC and BD are suitably a proportion, and angle alpha is the suitable selected. AC and BD are proportion. AC and BD. You can see AC and BD. AC and BD are proportion, and an angle alpha is the suitable selected angle of this mechanism. For correct steering, cot phi minus cos theta is equal to C by B. So in this mechanism, I can get cot phi minus cos theta is equal to cot cot phi minus cos theta is equal to C by B. So in this condition, I can get that Ackermann steering diagram. Ackermann steering diagram. You can see the angles are phi and theta are shown in the figure. You can see this figure. Uh, how should the phi and theta should be making? Whenever the turning motion, the wheels are turning, the wheels are moving right side of the road, so it makes an angle theta. It makes an angle theta at a BM axle, and it makes an angle 5, that is a LAC, that is LAC. It makes an angle 5. Okay, so the value of C by B lies in between 0.4 and 0.5. Generally 0.455. The value of cot phi minus cot theta corresponds to the positions when steering is correct. The value of C by B lies in between 0.4 and 0.5. So generally it gets uh, 0.455. So the value of cot phi minus cot theta we can get 0.455. So to the positions of when steering uh, is correct position. Okay, so I can apply this formula cot phi minus cot theta. Cot phi minus cot theta is equal to C by B. So whenever we apply this formula, if the C by B in the limits of 0.4 and 0.5, the C by B is lies in between 0.4 and 0.5. So I can get the C by B value is value is 0.455. I can take the total values, the total distance of that values, taking manually of that automobile vehicle. We can submit that values in this equation. I can get the C by B value as 0.455. Okay, so in this C by B 0.455 is lies in between 0.4 and 0.5. 0.4 and 0.5. So the 0.455 is lies in between the 0.455. So that is the value is correct value. The steering position is correct position in that automobile vehicle. Okay. In fact, there are three values of theta which gives correct steering of the vehicle, first while turning to right, second while turning to left, third while it is running straight. So theta is satisfy the three conditions. Theta is satisfy the three conditions. That is, first one is the vehicle turning right side, and the second one is the vehicle turning right left side, and the third one is the vehicle running straight on the road. Okay, so in these three conditions, um, is based upon the theta is satisfy the value. Okay, uh, then next we can calculate the tan alpha is equal to, I can get sin phi minus sin theta by cos phi plus cos theta minus 2. So you can note out this formula, tan alpha is equal to cos phi plus cos theta minus 2. Okay, so the values of angles phi and theta to be taking as in the equation are those found for the correct steering mechanism. Further, when value of angle theta is known, the length of the crank arm easily determined. So I can apply these overall angles. I can apply these overall angles, that is theta, alpha plus theta, phi a, alpha minus phi. I can apply all these angles, that is I can calculate sin theta and sin phi, cos alpha and cos beta. So these values I'm calculating. So finally what I am getting is tan alpha is equal to sin phi minus sin theta by cos phi plus cos theta minus 2. Okay, so that is the theta is the determined from the above expression by substituting the values of alpha and beta and corresponding of correct steering mechanism. The length of the crank arm is then determined by knowing the value of angle theta. So the Ackermann steering mechanism I can written as, the Ackermann steering mechanism I can written as cot alpha minus cot alpha minus cot beta is equal to B by L. Cot alpha minus cot beta is equal to B by L. I can get the what I am getting, the value is 0.45. So it is the final formula of the Ackermann steering mechanism. Ackermann steering mechanism. Cot alpha minus cot beta is equal to B by L. Okay, so I can get this B by L value. It is 0.45. That 0.45 is in the between 0.4 and 0.5. So we can maintain the steering angle is in correct position in automobile vehicles. So the value of cot phi minus cot theta, that means cot alpha and cot beta correspond to the positions which when the steering is in correct position. Okay, so it is overall about the Ackermann steering mechanism. It is overall about the Ackermann steering mechanism. So in this condition, I can apply these values. Any type of vehicle I can take. Uh, I can measure that values. I can take that values, and that values are submitted to this equation. I can get the C by B value is in the terms of 0.4 and 0.5. So uh, the value is lies in between these two values, so the steering position is correct in the automobile vehicles. And next one, you can see Davis steering mechanism. You can see Davis steering mechanism. This is an exact steering gear mechanism. This mechanism fulfills the above steering condition, but due to presence of more sliding members, the wear will be increased and this eliminates the accuracy. So this is an act of exact steering mechanism. So in this Davis steering mechanism is the exact steering gear mechanism. This mechanism fulfills the above steering conditions of the uh, Ackerman steering and center point steering of the uh, center point steering position of the automobile vehicle. It should fulfills, and but due to presence of more sliding members, but in this Davis steering mechanism has more sliding members, the wear will be increased and this eliminates the accuracy. So in this condition, due to more sliding members, the wear is increased of the different components of the steering system, and it eliminates the accuracy. And it eliminates the accuracy. You can see how to calculate the equation of Davis steering mechanism. What is the expression of this Davis steering mechanism? You can see these are the different terms in the Davis steering mechanism. A is equal to vertical distance between A. You can see A. You can see small A. You can see small a. Distance between A and B. Distance between it is A. It is B. It is A dash. Okay. A is the vertical distance between A and B. And next B is wheelbase. B. It is the B. This B is known as wheel base. And next D, horizontal distance between AC and BD. D is the small d. You can see small d. There is a small d. So the small d is in the distance between horizontal distance between AC, AC and BD. AC and BD. Next, C is the distance between pivots A and B. C is the distance between A and B. It is the A, B. The you can see C. C is the distance between pivots of A and B. X is equal to distance moved by AC, that is AC dash to the CC dash and DD dash. So whenever the vehicle turns, it means the vehicle turns right side or left side. So in the turning motion, the wheels position is changed. So that is A to C, AC dash, A C dash. That is the vehicle direction. A C dash. It makes an angle. And CC dash. C C dash. It is the actual position. It is the moving position. C C dash. So it makes an angle phi. And next one D D dash. It is the D position. It moving in this side. D D dash. D D dash. It makes an angle alpha. It makes an angle alpha. And alpha is equal to angle of inclination of the links AC and BD. Alpha is the angle between the AC and BD. We can calculate. So in these terms, based upon in these angles, I can written as tan alpha is equal to first I am written as tan alpha plus phi. Tan alpha plus phi is equal to tan alpha plus phi is equal to, so it is in the form of tan A plus B. Tan A plus B. So what is the formula of tan A plus B? I can written that formula of tan A plus B, that is tan A plus tan B, tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B, 1 minus tan A and tan B. So it is the formula of tan A plus B. This is the formula of tan A plus B. So I can written as what is tan alpha plus phi, tan alpha plus phi. I can written this formula in the form of tan A plus B. Tan alpha plus phi is equal to tan alpha plus tan phi by 1 minus tan alpha tan phi, tan alpha tan phi. Okay, so it is the main formula of tan alpha plus phi, but I am calculating the tan alpha plus phi. I'm calculating direct. You can see it is alpha, it is alpha, it makes an angle, it is phi. So I am calculating the total angle, this total angle, I'm calculating this total angle. So in this tan alpha plus phi is equal to, what is the formula of tan alpha plus phi? It is opposite side by adjacent side, opposite side by adjacent side. Okay, it is the opposite side, it is the opposite side. So what is the distance between AC, that is D, and CC dash, that is X? Okay, so opposite side is D plus X, D plus X. Why? What is the adjacent side? It is small a, it is small a, that is the adjacent side. So what I am getting, tan alpha plus, finally I am getting tan alpha plus phi is equal to D plus X by a, D plus X by a. Okay, but I am calculating tan alpha only, but I am calculating only this tan alpha. So tan alpha is equal to, tan alpha is equal to, you can see this you can see this triangle, only this triangle. Tan alpha is equal to opposite side, that is opposite side is a dash c, that is D, that is D. What is the adjacent side? Adjacent side is a, adjacent side is a, you can see it is the adjacent side, it is the adjacent side, and it is the hypotenuse. Okay, I don't know about this hypotenuse, but I am calculating opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is distance D and a. So that is a vertical distance between AB and a dash, a to a dash, B to B dash, and a to a dash, that is the vertical distance. That is tan alpha is equal to D by a. I am calculating tan phi also. I am calculating tan I'm calculating tan phi also. You can see the tan phi, that is X by a, opposite side by adjacent side. I can get tan phi is equal to X by a, X by a. So I'm calculating tan alpha tan phi. You can see tan alpha is equal to D by a. You can see, and how to calculate tan alpha minus theta, it is D minus X by a, D minus X by a. I can get tan alpha plus phi is equal to D plus X by a, and alpha minus theta is equal to, I can get D minus X by a. Okay, so tan alpha plus phi is equal to, I'm applying the formula. What is the formula of tan alpha plus phi? Is tan alpha plus tan phi by 1 minus tan alpha tan phi. But I know tan alpha and tan phi. So you can see tan alpha plus phi is equal to D plus X by a, D plus X by a. And tan alpha is equal to D by a and tan phi, 1 minus D by a into tan phi. So I can written as D plus tan phi, D plus a tan phi by a minus D tan phi. So finally what I am getting, D plus X by a is equal to D plus a tan phi by a minus D tan phi. Okay, so tan phi is equal to ax by a square plus b square plus dx. I can get this value. Okay, similarly, tan alpha minus theta, tan alpha minus theta is equal to d minus x by a. I can apply same formula, that is tan alpha minus tan theta by 1 plus tan alpha tan phi. I can get the value tan theta is equal to ax by a square plus ax by a square plus d square minus dx. Okay, so what is the condition, but what is the main condition of our correct steering position? That is cot phi minus cot theta is equal to cot phi minus cot theta is equal to C by B. Okay, or 1 by tan phi minus 1 by tan theta is equal to C by B. Therefore, 2 tan alpha is equal to C by B, or tan alpha equal to C by 2B. So it is the condition of Davis steering mechanism. We can maintain a correct steering position in automobile vehicles. Okay. So what is the Ackermann and Davis steering mechanism? What is the difference? It is the whole mechanism of Ackermann steering mechanism is on the back of the front wheels, whereas in Davis steering mechanism it is front of the wheels. The Ackermann steering, the whole mechanism is placed on back of the front wheels, and the Davis steering mechanism, the whole mechanism is placed in front of the wheels. The Ackermann steering mechanism is mostly used because the true rolling is achieved by instantaneous center. Okay, that is the difference between Ackermann and steering. And what are the steering defects and their causes and remedies? That is wheel wobble and high speed shimmy, excessive backlash in steering wander. These are the different uh, defects and the causes of the steering system. Hard steering, in the hard steering, when effort required for steering is more, it is called hard steering. Low type pressure, excessive caster, steering gear too tight, incorrect wheel alignment. These are the defects of the steering system. So thank you guys. In next class we will discuss a new topic in this steering system.